Alrighty guys, welcome back to another episode of the Explore by Adventure. What we're going to be doing in this episode is we're actually in the workshop here. We're going to be installing a brand new snorkel. It's a 5-inch stainless steel snorkel from Legendex, as well as an airbox pod filter as well from Legendex too. The reason we're going to be installing this snorkel is because we're going to get rid of the factory raised air intake from the Toyota Landcruisers. The reason is because I want a fully sealed unit for the occasional water crossing. Don't want to get any water into the motor. The reason you get rid of this is because there's a split here. There's a split there and another split there, and they're not very well sealed. They usually use these as a raised air intake, just to keep the dust out of the engine instead of having an intake at the front of the motor here. So by doing this, we're going to be eliminating all these joins, just having one big floating piece here. What we need today is, all you need is a few tools. So I've just got my toolbox here. You need a grinder because you do need to do a little bit of guard cutting as well, and just a few spanners and sockets and stuff like that. I'm pretty lucky I've got my own toolbox here at the workshop, so I've got everything ready to go. I'll give you a bit of a look at what we've actually got here to install. We've got the airbox just here that's black. We also got all the joiners, so you've got the hose clamps and some tubing. And we also got some templates and instructions for the snorkel as well. Let's get into it. So first things first, we've got to remove the factory snorkel. All it is a 12mm socket, two bolts, one here as well. That's it. There's the factory snorkel off. See, on this side here, all it was holding it is just a join just here. A join to there, join to there. There was nothing sealing that part up at all. So just a little hole there for little grommet plug. And also here, see, as you can see, there's a join there where it just comes apart. So this is why we don't want it. You can see all the dust already getting in there and stuff. Yeah, get rid of this. Alrighty, so next we're going to move the airbox. Let's get that out of the way. Unscrew this here. So what I'm unscrewing here is the two hoses that connect the airbox to here. I'll unpop the top off. Should be able to pull the top out. Just like that. And I'll tell you what, this is why we're going to the airbox and the snorkel. This is the top part that inlets the air into there. And look at all that. That filter is supposed to be stopping all that, and it's not what you want at all. Stopped most of it. Stops most of it, but not that much. But it still lets some through. So that's not what you want. Righto, now the airbox is out. Pull this part here out. So if you look at that, look at this here. This is just like some double-sided foam or whatever it is. That's all that is that's what's holding that part in. So you had a join at the top here, and then you had a join here, so that's 2. You also got a join here to this part here, which is 3, another join to this part here, which is 4, and then you got this one to your airbox. That's already 5 joins in this. And then you go from the airbox into here, so that's 6 joins in total. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to be going down to about 2 or 3, I think, or 4. Should be cutting this part here out completely and that part there out completely. Let's get rid of this part. Righto, so you grab masking tape, you mask up all this here. and all up here. This is to prevent scratching. So these are the templates. This will obviously sit here somewhere. This one will sit here somewhere. Tape them down. So just got to cut these out. Let's give it a crack. Righto, now for the main event. Measured a couple of times, make sure it's all right. Here we go, let's try and cut it. Alrighty, as you can see, cut out. I've got this insert weld, as they call it, here around the edging. Just a couple of the edging. I've filed it all back. Now just put the snorkel in. Let's have a look. Alright, put the snorkel on. That's that one done. Do this one up here. That's the snorkel on. Had to cut a bit of me fiddling around, cut that all out, but bolt there, 2 bolts up there, put it fed through here. Cuts are in there, nice and neat, I think. Anyway, so next we're gonna put the airbox in, mount it all up, and use all the silicone hoses up, and go from there. So there we go. Righto, first silicone part in. Just undo the hose clamp here a bit, get that right up, clamp that real tight. Righto, first silicone hose on, tighten that up. I like to get a socket on there. 9mm socket on the hose clamp. I reckon you just get the hose clamps a lot more tighter when you get a socket on there, instead of having to use a screwdriver. Righto, so next piece, now for the airbox. Alrighty, now that I've got the silicone pipe on here, got that done up, now for the airbox. So, goes in this way. Gotta watch out for all the bits and pieces. Alright, so I've had to take the silicone hose off there. I'm gonna start it on the airbox because I was having a bit of trouble, so I'll quickly do this one here up. Alright, so I got the bolts in, just tighten them up. And now just this one under here needs to be tightened. So I had to move the airbox out, had to move the catch can out of the way so we could get under there. That's that. Righto, next step is to put the silicone pipe on the end of the airbox here and connect it up there. Got my 2 hose clamps, but I can put those on last. Just got to try and wiggle this on there. Now for the pretty part. Let's pull all these out. So it's clear perspex under there. So there's that. That's the snorkel there, nice and clean. Peel the brown paper off the top of the perspex. Righto, clear perspex. Which way does this go? Just like that. So you can see the pod filter under there. The clear perspex also good to help, so you can keep an eye on your filter, see if it's getting any dirty, because these are now reusable filters. Not like before where I could have replaced them. These more, you can just blow them out and reuse. Now just the plastic off the bracket that holds the perspex down. Chuck it in. Line all the holes up and screw it down. I wasn't 100% satisfied on going into a stainless steel snorkel, because usually you get that with stainless steel snorkels, you usually hear all the noise just inside the cab there. I wasn't 100% on doing that, so because I didn't really want the noise there, but I've heard it along the lines where people have said that the 5-inch stainless steel snorkel for the cruisers actually doesn't have that sucky noise. So I went wheeling the other day with Barney and had a quick drive of his, and you actually don't really hear the sucking of the snorkel. So I got the airbox and got that the same setup, just so it wasn't going to be as loud. I've heard that the 4-inch ones on these cruisers actually make a lot of noise, and it's not something that I really want to be listening to, because it is also a touring vehicle as well as a full driving vehicle too. Righto, that's pretty much it all done. Let's have a listen to it. Righto. Have a listen. A little bit, but not that much. It is a listen. Not too bad. Let's go take it for a test drive. Righto. 40 Ks, 3rd year. In my opinion, it's actually not that bad. I thought, like I said, the 4 inches were going to be a lot more louder. Having the 5-inch, I really picked right with that one. So I'm liking that. It's not too loud. Kylie won't mind. Next, for some more work, to go to Brisbane. Let's see what we can get up to next. Anyways, thanks for watching this episode on the install of the 5-inch Legendex Snorkel and the Airbox. Catch you next time.